All right, so continuing on, it looks like he's going to give it maybe a Hail Mary shot at Moscow. Um, we'll see if he can continues or not, but I just want to talk a little bit about the position here. So, you know, my feeling is, a couple turns ago, I realized that I had an edge when his German units started dropping really quickly and he started moving into Africa. I realized I had an edge in the race between Berlin and Moscow. One of the nice things, I brought units down here to encourage him to continue to bring here a couple turns ago. But remember, the transport that came here, he goes to France and then Berlin. Whereas when he gets units into Africa from Japan, they can't get back up to Moscow or Berlin that quickly. So I quickly, helped try to draw some units this way and then pivoted back over here to make the strike on Berlin on 10. Um, a couple of mistakes that I feel like he made that handed this game. I feel like I got a good advantage in this game now, but a couple of the mistakes that I feel like he made is one, that attack on Moscow. What I really felt like, if I was in his shoes, all those tanks and planes and everything he had he parked them here in Ukraine and he was sitting here, he could threaten Moscow or get over to Berlin to help either way. I think he should have stationed himself sitting here in Ukraine personally with the tanks, all the Japan tanks he had, instead of crashing all his tanks and his planes into Moscow a couple turns back. Because I felt like he had the advantage at that point, and he just needed to get into a position where he could just stall out Berlin until he used his advantage that he was getting from coming into Africa and whatnot to eventually build up the Japan forces to where they're needed. And then the second part is, he's got all these blue territories that are doing him absolutely no good at this point. I mean, other than I'm not getting the income, but now at this stage in the game, only the orange matters. The blue doesn't matter, and so territories like here, 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 here. There's no advantage to me taking any of these, um, simply because if Japan can take them back, there's no advantage to me taking them because then I'm just going to turn the income over to Japan. So I plan on being very careful on the blue territories I take back, being ones that I feel like I need or are in a position that I'll be able to stack them. Like Ukraine is one that's probably going to be a while till I can actually take that one. I am going to go ahead and take all the ones right next to Berlin because I do want to get these stacked quickly, as well as Karelia. The other ones here, these are going to be ones that just kind of sit and wait until I'm comfortable that I can hold those positions. The other thing that you look at Japan here, their production lines are all back here, so they got a long ways to go to get to the front, versus Allied production lines are here. So really, that almost puts the midline right through the axis through this point, which is not a good spot for the axis to be in, if you will, because this is where Japan would like to have factories in one of these two. This is the only place that he could take over with Japan. It has at least a two, as of how the board is right now, to put a factory. So, in any case, that was my quick rundown. Catch up where we're at. So Germany did take a turn. They attacked Russia with whatever he could to try to diminish it. That's why I've got a feeling he's trying to just go ahead and take it out, take a shot at it. He did take Algeria again. That he won that, so that's another unit that I don't need to worry about taking these back anytime soon because they're not helping him at all. And then he took Karelia, yeah. So with UK here, I do get 3 more production spots. I don't really have the money for them yet, but my goal with 6 here and 3 here, that's 9 units, because I got my 3 transports. So I want to get my income to 27 with UK, a steady income of 27. Right now we're sitting at a 25. And so I want to give them one of the properties that's going to stay in UK's hands. So I'm going to go ahead and take Southeast Europe with UK and get that to their 27. I am going to go ahead and take Karelia, but he can take it back, and so I kind of think he maybe, if he doesn't attack Moscow, that he will. Um, if not, then that's two more for that gives just a little leeway for UK, and then we'll see where it goes from there. So, anyways, this turn I'm going to buy 6 infantry, 2 artillery is it. I am going to put a couple units down here, even though he does have it dead zoned with Japan. I may just drop some US units in there afterwards. But I mean, if he does kill it, if he does take it with Japan, then hey, great, U.S. can grab a new factory right up in the front lines. So I'm okay if he attacks my 2 units I put in there. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and grab that guy, and he has no planes that can reach the Baltic right now. His only 2 planes he has is a bomber over here and a fighter down here. Now I presume they're going to move closer to where I won't be able to do what I'm getting ready to do, but I'm going to leave the transports here naked because I'm going to be pulling the Navy back here to start to contest these guys. Really got nothing better to do, so let's just make sure there's no Dice God stuff going on. Yep, that's going to be it. The Vanguard is relinquished from doing bombardment. He needs to be taken back into fleet defense. Maybe he'll get a Navy battle out of all of this. And that's why we send all those fighters. And like I said, Japan could heavy trade these guys. So I got 5 units there. He's got 3 plus 3 tanks plus this bomber can reach. I don't think the fighter can reach. So he could kill those if he wants to. But then US does have 4 units on transports and 8 planes that can then hit him. So, and as I said, I'm not worried about getting this into UK or US's hands anymore because my goal is just to keep Moscow alive. To destroy the fighter. There we go. We'll put him in harm's way. We'll put him over here where he can still reach over to Moscow. Yeah, might as well move that one forward too. Keep the rest of our boats, consolidate our fleets there. I think that's everybody. It looks like everybody. I mean, I suppose I could put the 3 there, but the other one's going to move faster through the transports to get up here. So my plan when he brings his Japan air is to use my US boats to come up here and protect the sea zone as needed and let the UK worry about the Japan Navy for the most part. I mean, we'll see what he does. If he moves this Navy over here or does something trying to threaten, because I did pull all my fighters over that way, well, then we'll figure out how we'd handle that at that time, like using destroyer blocks to protect Washington and build some U.S. boats with the tons of money that we have. So, I mean, we got plenty of things we can do if he does decide to do some sort of crazy move going out that way. And again, the other thing too is he can take France with Japan, but then I'll take it with the U.S. and that's another spot for the U.S. if he does that. So I'm okay if he wants it, he can have it. All right, that's it. All right. So, oops, let me get back to the right one here. Here we go. Uh, Japan bought a fighter and a bomber in there, a bunch of ground units. Looks like we're going to fight this out. He did not attack Moscow. Um, you can see he went across here and attacked France and Italy, which I'm, again, perfectly happy for him to do. Uh, attacked Vlogda, Novo, France. So, yeah. And then he's getting units in here. I already calculated after Russia builds, I can fly in just 2 planes because I'm going to leave 2 for the for helping protect the sea zone here. We only have, here's his 2 planes that can reach the Baltic Sea Zone this turn. He does have these 2 fighters, this bomber, another fighter. I always like to keep track of all his airplanes because they can sneak by you and cause some havoc. But these guys back here can't reach the Baltic yet, so only these 2. So my carrier, destroyer, 2 fighters is more than enough to protect my transports in there. It is kind of nice now. I don't have to worry about turn orders, so you know, UK transports are in the same turn as US boats moving now. So even though I'm going to pull the US transports out, we'll be fine. Let's see. So purchase-wise, I want to get my max troops settling in on the front here. I'm going to create as much Pacific fleet as I can on this big buyout and make him harass his Pacific, make him have to buy some Pacific stuff if he doesn't want to get routed over on this side, and really just split him up. What I was saying with Moscow, he has like a 2% chance next turn, I think, of taking it. So, we're safe here. He's got 2, 4, 6 units coming in, probably some tanks coming in, and he'll buy some more. So 8, 9 units coming in. I'll keep building 4 units, flying a couple planes in at a time, and we should be decent here for a few rounds, if not permanently. He does have these 6 tanks here, so I'm going to take these 2 guys lightly because he can trade them. I'm happy to trade his tank, so if he wants to blitz his tank and trade him with me, so be it. Same thing if he wants to transport units from Caucasus to keep taking Italy, so be it. Although I think actually after the US takes it, I'll move the UK down to stack Italy because might as well keep that factory for the Americans. So, in any case, so my purchases, I went with 16 ground units. How'd I get up with that? 10, 12, right there. These guys are going to move all of these. I'm only bringing 1 transport back for 2 of these, so there's 2 extras. Add 4, that'll be 6 for coming back for these 3 transports. I realized I didn't really plan for these 2 transports coming back. So I might just use them to speed up the U.S. movements to Karelia, from Berlin to Karelia, since I don't need them this next turn. Or actually probably better, Norway to Karelia, I should say. Either way, 1 of each to help just get units moving over there quicker, getting that stacked up since they're down here. Meanwhile, no air but sea. We're going to build another transport, 3 destroyers, and a carrier over here off the Pacific. I didn't build any fighters because I got these 3 fighters. I got 2 more fighters, so we're going to have 5 fighters here. So I'm hoping I'll be able to pull these guys out of Moscow and come this way and catch up with the fleet at some point before needing them. If not, then I'll build planes next time and they can catch up the following turn to the carrier if it needs to. So, alright, let's make sure we get all the combat. So we definitely want to do those. Go there. Go in there. rack up our Africa points. Those guys will be non-combat. Oh, don't want to forget about Hawaii over here. We're going to pick this guy up. Don't think I got anything really. Oh, I can send him over here to hit France. I didn't realize that. Yeah, might as well. You know, we don't have to worry about dice messing us over. Not that dice ever mess us over. All right. See, 10, 11. I really would like to get one more. Not worried about them. See, that'll give them 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 on their turn. Is it really worth it? I mean, 14's, what do we got this turn? Well, if we just build 4 infantry and save 1, that'd give us 15. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. Since I have such a strong hold on there for the next turn, we're going to go ahead and let that way the 3 Russian tanks can blitz all 3 of those territories. Whew, good thing we sent that bomber. Yeah, I know those air raids they're debated, but you know, in essence, if you're sending enough planes that you're going to get a hit the first round, then 1 out of 3 they're going to hit back. So, you know, you're going to kill 3 of their infantry or artillery, so that's 9, 10 IPC gathered, and they're going to kill 1 on average. So, add in the fact that the Russians are going to get to blitz and take some of the territory there. Okay, well then. Okay, that was not on the docket. Seven fighters have missed. Now I'm raging at this point. I was ready to lose 2 planes, but I'm just raging. I shouldn't have done that. That was just dumb. Don't do that. Oh, son of a gun. I forgot I needed the fighters back here. Shenanigans. I just sunk my transports. Oh wait, I still got British to go. I didn't want them to go that way though. Oh, what was I doing? This is what I get for letting myself get overconfident and distracted. Definitely need to stay more focused than that. Alright, so that was a completely messed up, wasted US turn on these fighters, and that was just dumb, so forgive me for my overconfidence and lack of thinking on that one. I should have just done the Vologdo one, which was my original plan. I don't know why I brain farted on that one. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they can't make it back either, right? I really wanted to let all the have the whole British Navy come over here. Goof ups, goof ups. I mean, I guess I could drop one of my destroyers there, but even that, maybe. Such a wasted turn. Such a wasted turn. I'm not going to let myself live that one down at all. Alright, I'm going to drop one of my destroyers down here too. I mean, the 2 US transports aren't really that important. I really don't want to lose my 3 UK transports though. What happened to my... Hold up. Artillery, you're supposed to go there. There. Guys there. I feel like I just want to hit that and... But why? Why? Just stop doing it, Chris. Alright. Refocus yourself. Refocus yourself. Oh. Before I do that, let's say the good old... Since I haven't mobilized the Russians yet, they won't count there yet. So here was our updated war report. As you can see, we've taken a significant advantage after killing Berlin, where we were trailing in that. U.S. is bringing in 67, they got 64, and then we also got UK and Russia building. So I'm feeling confident, and as you can see on that last turn, too overly confident. I need to focus on how to close out this game, which is going to be either me taking India, Philippines, well, probably one of those two, holding on to what I got, holding Moscow and taking out one of those two is likely the end game. Alright, yeah. So we don't need to do any more stupid moves.
like I said, that should leave me enough to be able to build, yeah, 5 units next turn. So, at the cost of 2 fighters. Not the greatest. One more unit at the cost of 2 fighters. Not too intelligent. But anyways, all right, that'll be that turn.